I'm not crying, I promise. Because my birthday is Wednesday next week, 5th of July. Good morning, gang. Welcome to another weekly that we're starting on a Wednesday because I've just been away with my friend for the last few days in Amsterdam and Belgium, which you probably have seen on my Instagram and my TikTok. I actually have got way more active on TikTok and I'm really enjoying it, so definitely check that out. I need to try and remember to keep putting things on shorts, but I'm really bad at remembering because I'm not gonna lie, shorts is just another thing for me to remember, and there's a lot of things to remember. There's a lot of platforms now and there's a lot of like parts and it's just a lot, so I'll try and remember to put all of those little videos up onto here so you can check them out. But it was a really fun trip, I really enjoyed it, and it was nice just to be like away. Me and Rosie have never been away together before, I think I've mentioned this, but we met in Lapland on a press trip, and we're really good friends now, so we have like a little group chat, we're talking every single day. Obviously we just get on really well. I've just missed a bit of hair, for God's sake. And it was just really nice to be away with her and like just spend time like one-on-one together and just, you know, just it's really nice. I love going away with different friends, and like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love going away with James, but I also just absolutely love going away with friends. Like there's something so different about like a friend trip versus like a boyfriend girlfriend kind of trip. But we have me and James got a trip planned? I don't actually think we have. All I've got planned at the moment is I've got a trip later in the summer with some friends, so it's quite a big trip actually, and then that's I think all I've got planned and like actually booked. I don't think I've got anything else. This year has been like the year of big trips but not the year of many trips. But yeah, it was really nice to be away, but I am super glad to be home. There's something so nice about coming back from a trip and just like getting into your own bed and like your own shower and having fresh clothes after a few days away, and like like I love being away, but I also just love that feeling of getting home and just like having my home comfort, and like just cooking my own dinner last night was really lush. So yeah, it was really good fun. I also wanted to say thank you so much for all of your comments on the last vlog. I asked you guys to tell me like why you follow, when you followed, etc, and it's actually been really nice to just read all of the different reasons that you stick around and like find out when you started following me, how you found my channel. Like it's just been so interesting because I never really think about like how people find the vlogs or anything. Like I know a lot of you have been around for quite a long time, like we're talking like years, and I always forget that there's then new people who join on and like wondering where those new people find me, etc, and it's really nice. I really love it. But you all said some really beautiful things and it made me really emotional, and it was just really nice to read. So thank you so much if you left a comment on last week's video, because I read them all. I'm trying to reply to them all, but I don't think I've got around to replying to all of them yet because we were just so busy when we were away. Like we had such limited time that I was just kind of running here, there and everywhere, and I just wanted to make the most of being there rather than like focusing on being on my phone. Oh no, I'm running out. We literally had like one full day in each place. God, I literally am running out of this. This is the Daywear. I've had this for months and it's still going, and I use it every morning to go to the gym, but it's running low, which is really sad. We're gonna have to get a top up. It's really hard to get hold of actually. My friend Jay told me about this at the beginning of last year because she uses it all the time, and I remember it just being really difficult to get hold of because it's such a cult favourite. But it is really good, so I recommend getting your hands on it. I'm a bit delulu today. I feel like I'm not fully with it because it's just so hot and I'm so tired and I'm still trying to catch up on sleep, but I'm going to try and get myself to the gym for a quick early morning session. I've actually got quite an exciting day today, but not for like exciting reasons. So I've got a gym session that I'm going to go do in a minute because I've got an appointment at 10 AM for my tear trough filler, the filler here. So she's just going to do like a checkup, make sure that it looks okay, make sure that they don't need to add any more in, because she said that at the top, sorry, I've got a really bit of fluff in my nose. Because she said that it's sometimes likely that like people will need just a little bit of a tweak because they don't want to put too much in at first, which is fair enough. So we're going to go and see if that's all okay. I do think I need a tiny bit more. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this eye just like this one doesn't look like it's got as much filled in, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm going to see what she thinks and see what she says, but I think it potentially needs a tiny bit more. I am really tired though, so I think that's part of why they look a bit like baggy at the moment. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the top up of that, and then I'm actually starting therapy again in person. So I've mentioned this on the podcast, I think, but I was going to do BetterHelp again, and I kind of kept meaning to get back into it and kept not getting back into it. And then I just thought, you know what, I feel okay at the moment and I feel really good, but I just think that I need to get back into it because it was really good for me. And I think that therapy is something that's good when you are high as well as when you're low. And I think a lot of the time, I don't know about other people, but I feel like this is kind of like the general consensus, you only really reach for therapy when you feel like you really need it, not when you're doing well. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna find a new therapist, once a week sessions in person, because I personally prefer in person. I like Zoom, but I feel like Zoom I get more distracted, and like I'm at home and then I just log on and then I log off and I'm still at home, and I don't know, I just wanted to go in person because I feel like they can read your body language and stuff a little bit better. So I'm doing that this afternoon, and it's about, I think, like, I can't remember, I looked it up, but I think it's about a 20-minute walk from my house. So I'm gonna walk there and I'm gonna walk back. Probably won't do that every single week, but I just thought tonight it might be quite nice because, for one, the weather's really nice. Well, it's grey as anything right now, but it's like, it's quite warm and it's summer, and I just thought it gets some steps in, and it means that after the therapy session I've got like 20 minutes to just walk and be with my thoughts and like decompress a bit before I get home. Although I am going to be home and then going straight to bed, so we'll see if the 8 PM sessions are like a good one or not, because I don't know if that's going to be a bit late overall. But I just thought getting it done later in the day was nicer, because then you're not like thinking on it all day. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm excited to go, and I'm excited to just like speak to someone new and like see how I gel with this person, because I had bad therapy experiences in the past. I had some good ones, but some bad ones. Like, I don't know how to explain it in the best way, but she basically would like use what I'd said in therapy against me to like make me pay for sessions that she booked in that I never agreed to. It was very weird. It was very, very weird. She literally booked me in, I'll just tell this short version of the story, but she basically booked me in for a session that I didn't ask for, and was like, oh, you've got a session next, I don't know, let's say Tuesday at 2 PM. And I never saw the email, so I never replied, and I never asked for this session. Like, I hadn't booked in another session. I was like, oh, I'll let you know when I can do. And she booked it in for me. I didn't reply for like a week, and then she sent me an invoice for the session, and I was like, well, that doesn't really make sense because I didn't actually agree to that session. I didn't even see the email, but she booked me in for it anyway and charged me for it, and then I said I wasn't going to pay for it. And then I remember her saying something along the lines of like, if you are the kind and compassionate person that we keep talking about in these therapy sessions, then you would find it in the goodness of your heart to pay me, or something like that. And it just really confused me, because I genuinely just did not book this session. Like, I didn't actually book the session, and I didn't see the email. I didn't ask for the session, so it was just very, very weird. But anyway, enough on that. I'm gonna go to the gym, because otherwise I'm never gonna get out the door, and this is a 9-minute clip. What a good start to the vlog. Ignoring the mess, because obviously I've just got back from a trip. This is what I'm wearing to the gym today. So I've got this reversible Lululemon sports bra, which I actually got on Vinted. It's just like a dark green on the inside, and then it's this like, I don't know, like smoky on the outside. And then I've got Lululemon Align little gym shorts that are new in. I got gifted, lucky me. But these are, I think, the 6-inch. I want to say they're 6-inch because I know I've got the 4-inch and they're a lot shorter, but they're really, really comfortable. And I'm just going to chuck on a sweatshirt over the top to get me to the gym and get me into my appointment and stuff, because it's around the corner, so I can just walk across. I would love if my gym motivation would come back at some point soon. I feel like I get it in waves and then it goes again, but today I just can't be bothered. Do you know what? I think it's that there's a whole, like, I guess like a movement is the right word, online, where you see these girls, women, people who are like losing weight really quickly, like 12 weeks, and they've like changed their body dramatically, and like 6-month transformations, and like all these crazy transformations. And I've been going to the gym consistently now for, what month are we in? June. So like 18 months, right? I've been going consistently. Granted, last summer, you can't really count it as consistency because like I was away a lot. And I was like going 2 or 3 times in the week when I was at home, but then I was away and I was eating and drinking loads and whatever. But for the most part, I'm going to move the camera because there's people now in the car park. But for the most part, like I've been going pretty consistently, eating pretty well. Like I'd say
since January, specifically this year, like I've been really, really on it, apart from obviously our big trip to Australia. Now I'm realising I maybe wasn't that consistent. But like I've been trying really, really hard, and I feel like I just haven't really changed that much. Like I don't think my body has really changed that much. Like I've gained weight, but I haven't gained size. Like I'm exactly the same measurements pretty much, but I've obviously gained weight because I've gained muscle because I'm getting so much stronger. Like I lift so much heavier now than I did when I first started doing all of this. But I think a bit of it is like being disheartened. And I had a big chat with Georgia about it the other day and just said like, I'm just really over it, because I think when you go to the gym and you're not really seeing a change, it puts you off going to the gym. It's the same as like if you're consistently trying to learn how to dance but you still can't nail that dance, or you're consistently trying to make a Victoria sponge cake but every time you make this Victoria sponge cake it just looks crap. Like doing it consistently but not seeing any results is really disheartening. So I think I've just hit that point where I'm like, I don't know, like I'm just annoyed. So I've been sat in the car for ages. I was on the phone to James as well actually, so that doesn't really help. But I don't know, I'm over it. I'm annoyed with the fact that nothing changes. Like I want my jawline back. I would love if my belly fat would go. That would be fab. Like I still have my little pooch. But it's just annoying me. Like my measurements are just not changing. Oh. My measurements are just not changing. My body's not changing, and I'm just feeling really blah. Like I think I have actually changed. Like my back muscles look stronger and like that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I'm just having one of those days.
Of course. Okay, I'm back from the filler appointment and basically ended up with a top up that I didn't expect. I thought we were going to come out and it was all going to be hunky-dory, but what we've done is basically this side she topped up a little bit more so because this side was a little bit more hollow, and she said to me like, am I really happy with it, or would I like a little bit of a tweak? Because she was like, obviously it's noticeable different, like it's fine, but I just said look, if we can do a little bit of a tweak then that would be great, just to kind of like make it a little bit more perfect. So we put a little bit more in this side, went in here instead of here this time, and obviously you can see this one's really sore. When she put it in this time it actually did hurt. It didn't hurt last time. This one hurt like a little bit more, but she said apparently the female left side is a little bit more sensitive, which is really random. But yeah, this one hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it really hurt. This side I said ow, but I was being a bit dramatic. This side it actually did really hurt, but she numbed it up completely, so it still feels a little bit weird to touch, like it's really like weird and cold, but I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really nice. I think they look a lot more like even now, and obviously like before it takes about 3 weeks to see a real result, so I'll probably forget, but if I remember in 3 weeks I'll just give you a bit of an update, but you can obviously see throughout the vlogs when it's like when I've got my makeup on and stuff. But I feel like at the moment I'm looking at it and this one looks really, really smooth now, but this one still looks a bit hollow. But I think it's because she said on this one I just need to like push to like make sure the filler's distributed, because this one last time had a little tiny lump, and she said if you literally just push it, it like distributes it out. But I don't know, I think I'm being overly analytical of my face, and also looking in this I'm like obviously seeing it in the window, but yeah, it looks a lot better. It looks a lot brighter. My eye bags look near non-existent now, which is amazing. I'm obsessed. I think this looks so much brighter. It looks so much better. And not that I'm someone who feels not confident wearing makeup, but I definitely feel like now my under eyes look really, really smooth. It does give me a bit more confidence makeup free, because they were quite dark before. Like when I used to edit vlogs and stuff, I'd always think like, oh, they do look really dark. But it was something that I really wanted, and I'd wanted for years. And I just didn't think that it was worth doing until I really, really, really wanted it. And I always said like I'd wait until I'm at least 30, like I'm not getting it straight away, like I wanted to wait, and I did, and I'm glad I did. But I'm also really glad that I got it done, and I'm glad it looks really nice, and I'm glad I went to somewhere that is, for one, medically trained, because you should always go to a medically trained person to get your Botox and fillers, but for two, I'm really glad that I went to someone who was like actually keen to also see results in it, because sometimes I think they will either just be like, oh yeah, it's fine, and then dismiss it, or they'll make you pay for a whole other treatment, and she just did a little tweak and it was fine. So yeah, really happy with that one. I did also get the Botox tweakment last time, so she stopped the movement of this one, because I think if you remember in my last vlog I was saying this one's a little bit movie still, but they just sorted that out as well, which is really nice. And yeah, I'm now in for a day of editing, so I started kind of unpacking the suitcase. I've got loads of washing to do because I just think I'm going to throw it all in, to be honest. Like it's all been worn at some point when I was away, so
gonna give that a wash and then put all the bits away. The bits are what I hate putting away, like the random chargers and cables and beauty products and stuff, which is why it's all just shoved over here for now. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get all of that sorted, eat some lunch. I'm currently munching on a rice cake because it's the first thing I could see, and I was really hungry when I got back, but I should probably get on and eat. How adorable is this incense holder that I picked up in Amsterdam? It's from a shop called Sissy Boy, but it's so cute. It's like a really nice like clay around the outside, and then it's got this really subtle pink, which I am obsessed with. So I've just put my little Palo Santo in to burn there, which looks aesthetic AF. This is the Palo Santo I've been buying for incense burning. This was, I think, from Amazon, but I'll find the link and I'll leave it linked for you. But I do also have this type, which I got on Etsy. This is really good to burn, and I actually have another holder for this in a drawer. But this one, you literally just burn the sticks and it smells a bit sweeter and stronger. But I do just love the smell of it, so I always use this one. And then we've just got the sage and everything else that lives in the throw it in drawer. Guys, it's like 10 to 8. And I'm off for my first ever therapy session with this new person, and I'm really nervous. I've just had a bit of a cry to James because I'm so nervous. And I don't know why, because like I've done therapy before, but maybe that's why I'm so nervous, because it's like a new person, it's having to like rehash everything, and like I am someone who very much copes with humour, and I think that's like something you can't do. I don't know, I just find it really hard. Like there's just so many things, and you just know that therapy is really hard. Like if you've listened to my latest podcast episode with Hayley, we talk about therapy and like me going back to therapy and how like therapy is really hard and all that kind of stuff. I'll leave it linked if you want to have a listen. But I think that was kind of the conversation. I've been thinking about it for a while. Like I've been talking about it in various podcast episodes and stuff, and how I'm thinking about going back, and I like signed back up to BetterHelp and then realised that actually I'd rather do it in person, and like la-di-da-di-da-di-da-da. But I'm really nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Oh, I'll let you know how it goes when I get out, but I need to look at myself. Good morning, gang. It's Friday. I forgot to update you at all yesterday because I was so busy just filming and getting stuff done that I don't actually think I did a clip. I might have done, but I don't remember. But therapy on Wednesday went really well. I actually had a really nice session. I went for someone who's like kind of similar in age, and I didn't know how that would go because I thought initially like, oh, is it going to be that I don't really want to listen because she's young? Like I just didn't know, because typically I go for older people. However, I actually think I kind of prefer it because not only is she like my kind of age, so she's easy to relate to, like she gets it, and also it just felt kind of like talking to a friend, so it was really nice. We didn't go too much into like the nitty-gritty and stuff. I think I've already told you this, but I can't remember. If I haven't, then this is the first time you're hearing it, but if you have, then apologies. I don't know if I did a clip, but I feel like I remember saying this. Maybe I said it on a voice note, I can't remember. But yeah, it was really good, and I spent the entirety of yesterday just going over like loads of work stuff and just trying to like really reframe my mind, because I find big changes very stressful, and when it comes to like moving or like just big life things, so it's very anxiety inducing knowing that my whole like living situation is changing. But obviously it's for the better, and I know it's a good change, and I know it's a change I want, but it makes me panic very slightly. Like I'm just a panicky person. That's kind of why I'm partially back in the therapy situation, but also because I don't feel bad at the moment, I feel good. And I thought, you know what, I'd rather start when I feel good and talk things through and learn all the tips and tricks and stuff than feel really rubbish and have to be talking through like major life traumas when I already feel crap anyway. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. I think we're going to be fine. It's all in the motions. But I've had a really productive morning just getting the flat ready, because you can't even see me, but basically I've got friends coming over tomorrow and we're going off on a boat for my birthday, which is very exciting. So I've booked a boat that's kind of like in Henley, but it's not actually in Henley, because Henley Regatta is on at the moment, which is like a really cool event that's kind of near like Windsor way. So I've booked us all a boat, which I think is gonna be really fun, because my birthday is Wednesday next week, 5th of July. All of the girls are, well, most of the girls are coming over tomorrow. Some people aren't coming because they have to like do various things. So like some people are working, some people have got to look after their kids, like various different bits and pieces that mean they can't come. But I'm currently on the way into town because I need to do some returns to a couple of places and I need to drop off some vintage parcels, so wish me luck.
Someone's your body, but I hate to think about you with somebody else. Good morning, gang. It's my birthday week and we've already kick-started it this weekend. So I had a like friends thing on Saturday and we basically went to, well, we were supposed to go on a boat with a place called Sonning Boats, who I really do not recommend. We basically turned up at the time we were meant to get on this boat and they just weren't there. It was really annoying and they were just really rude, and they were like, as soon as they answered the phone to us, they hung up on us. It was a whole thing. So we ended up going to Copper Club and just having like a really nice sit on the side of the river, and we all had like this really nice meal together, which was lovely. Not quite the boat that we planned, but it was still really nice to hang out with all my friends and like let them all introduce each other, like introduce them all to each other. It was really nice. So we did that, and then yesterday we had a barbecue at George's house, which was just like a spontaneous barbecue because we just fancied having a barbecue, and then actually went to see the 1975 in Finsbury Park with 2 of my best friends, and that was really fun too. But very, again, unplanned. Like, we managed to get tickets like a week ago and thought, you know what, we're just gonna go and we're gonna have the best time ever, because we've been trying to get those tickets for ages. So it's been a really nice weekend, and now I don't really know what I've got planned for the rest of the week, to be honest. I've got loads of like worky things, but also me and James are going to go do something on Wednesday, which is my actual birthday. Very weather dependent. We need to double check the weather, but he's got the day off. So we're hoping to go to the beach for the day and like sit and have a pizza on the beach, because that's something that's on my vision board that I really want to do. But if not, then we'll think of something else, I'm sure. And then I've got a random surprise on Friday night that I don't know what it is, from some of my friends. I've got an army ball next weekend that's my brother's. Like, there's lots of things going on at the moment, so it's going to be a very busy one, but I'm kind of excited about it because it's going to be really fun, and it's my birthday week and we love a birthday week. I always make a massive deal out of my birthday by accident. So like this year I didn't plan to make a big deal out of it, and I've kind of accidentally done it again. But I think it's just because everything seems to happen around the beginning of July, because it's like the beginning of summer, there's loads of events on, there's loads of things happening, so it just ends up being that I have a lot of things that I can do and I end up doing a lot. But we're back in our routine this morning. We're going to the gym, and then I have a therapy session at 11, and I need to go food shopping and stuff, and I'm shooting with Tash later, so it's going to be a very, you can see the bloody funeral thing out the window. But I have therapy later. I've got a shoot day with Tash, which we're actually going to do at like, I think we're going to leave the house at like 1, maybe 12:30, and then do like an afternoon shoot, because obviously the weather's fine for a while. But yeah, need to drink my black coffee, which is replacing my pre-workout, and we're going to go into the gym. Right. The awkward moment when there's a man that's getting into his car next door, and I've just set the camera up and he can see me talking to myself. At what point do I stop talking to myself? Oh, do you know what? He's never going to see me again. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I feel like the last 2 days I'm so emotional, and I think it's like a mixture of loads of different things, including the fact that, like, for one, it's nearly my birthday and I always get a bit emotional around my birthday. For 2, I've obviously just started the therapy up again. For 3, like, there's just loads of stresses in my life at the moment, and like, I just think there's a lot of things, and I've just been like ticking along, and it's all just come to like boiling point. And I think the fact I've got therapy in a couple of hours is a bit scary. Like, it's not scary because I like my therapist, like the new therapist I've got, but I think it's just having to like tell her everything. Like, you know, when you have to have that whole like beginning conversation to like spill everything for them to learn about you, and like going into the initial nitty-gritties again and again with like different people is just really difficult. But I literally don't even know what it is. Like, we just pulled up in the car park for Aldi because James has gone to get his hair cut, but we just pulled up in the car park and I just burst into tears, and I was like, I don't even know why I'm crying. Like, there's no need for me to be crying, but I just cried. So I'm gonna just put on a nice podcast and have a little laugh. I think I might listen to like Wednesdays We Drink Wine, because that's just like a feel-good podcast. Take myself into Aldi and get my food shop for the week. Should we just take it back? I've realised I need to flip this over. Should we just take it back a little bit and do an old school grocery haul? I feel like I haven't done one in a little while, but this is basically me stocking up the things that I need to make my meals this week. So a lot of what I'm making is things that I already have, so like random spices or maple syrup and stuff. So this is kind of like the top ups, but also like the majority of the fruit and veg. So this is what I bought in my food shop this week that cost me, I think it came to like £24 or something in Aldi, something like that, and then it was £8 in Tesco's, which is really annoying because Tesco's I literally bought 4 things. The majority is from Aldi, but I can't buy certain things in Aldi, like vegan-y bits. So yeah, roughly about £30, which is quite good I think for an entire week of eating for 4 meals a day, so like breakfast, lunch, dinner and then snacks. It is for one person, but I do make a lot of these as like extra meals, so I have backups that I put in the freezer, or James eats with me, if that makes sense. Anyway, these are the meals. Okay, so we've got a little selection going on here. So we've got some vegan cheese. I always buy more when I go in because I want them to know that there's demand for this, because otherwise they won't buy it anymore. But I do actually need it for recipes. So I've got some vegan cheese. This one from Aldi is actually quite good if you are someone who needs that too. Then I've got cucumber. I've got some rice noodles, not rice noodles, sorry, medium noodles. These are just like the ready to wok ones. I couldn't find any other ones in the shop. Vanilla yogurt, they had this or blueberry. I needed plain, but we'll just make do. I got these onion and rosemary sausages, which were in the freezer bit because they didn't have any fresh ones. We've got some grapes, we've got some cherry tomatoes, some olives, some black beans, some squeezy honey because I ran out of that, some pineapple. This is for smoothies. I just prefer buying it like this because I can't be bothered to cut it. Some mixed peppers. These are like the wonky ones because they're just cheaper. Green beans, giant sweet potato, sweet corn. Butternut squash, had to get this in Tesco's, they didn't have any in Aldi. Same with this root veg mash. We've got some hummus, we've got some tempeh, which I blooming love. This is so nice. If you are someone who wants to start a bit more of a plant-based diet, this is really good. Doesn't look the best, but it tastes amazing and stir fries and stuff. We've got some chicken, we've got some salad, we've got some vine tomatoes, some broccoli, some pak choy, which is basically all of the things that I need for my meals this week, and I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I've got like rye bread and walnuts and stuff on bread today, and I'm so hungry. I'm gonna start intermittent fasting again, I think, because I just really like it, but my goodness, I'm hungry. It's got to like, it's 5 to 11 and we've just got home, so I think I need to eat. But intermittent fasting is so good, but I find it really hard to stick to the timing. Like, I can do it on a normal day if I'm not doing it, but as soon as I put a label on it, I'm like, hard. Anyway, let's put this away. Good morning, gang. It's Tuesday. I'm waiting for Tash to reply because we're supposed to be shooting today and she's not getting back to me, which makes me think there's a very high chance that we are not shooting today, which is annoying because I really need some pictures, but it just means that I might have to do some bits at home instead. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going on today. My skin is so dry, like around my mouth this morning was all just like peeling. It's really weird. I don't know if it's because I've maybe not been using enough moisturiser or something, I don't know, but it's really annoying because it means that my makeup doesn't sit right, and there's nothing, I'm gonna slather this SPF on big, there's nothing more annoying than when your makeup doesn't sit right. And I also have the world's dodgiest tan on my neck, but we're just gonna ignore that too. I'm going to put some nice thick foundation over that so that you can't see it. Fingers crossed she starts replying soon, because my phone keeps buzzing and it's everyone but her, which is super annoying. Hopefully we go and shoot today. If we don't go shoot today, then I'm just going to be getting on with some like bits around the house, like YouTube videos that need filming for like various like ways to style and stuff. So that's fine, that doesn't really matter. I can still get other bits done. And there is some really nice videos coming actually. I've tried to branch out my content a bit and give you a bit more variation in the midweek videos while still keeping very much to like the style that I know you love and that you enjoy seeing and stuff. So I'm going to be bringing back the ways to style to being once a week. That's something I kind of decided on yesterday because I've been thinking about it for a while, and I just think the ways to style are like a really good video to film. Like, I just really enjoy filming them. It keeps me inspired by my wardrobe. It keeps my like fashion brain taking over on days when I'm just not really doing much, because to be honest, like working from home, a lot of the time you're just not actually getting dressed, so it just makes me want to like use my wardrobe a little bit more, because otherwise, like on an average day, if I'm just at home, if I'm working like not when I'm not filming the looks or like shooting them or whatever, I literally am just in like sweatpants because I don't need to dress up. Sometimes I try and like dress up a little bit, but for the most part I just don't bother because there's just no point. So that's quite a nice way for me to just feel like I'm still wearing my wardrobe and be inspired by it and stuff. And also create more fashion content for days when I'm sat just doing nothing. But I really hope she does reply, because I've planned out some really good outfits that I really want to get done. I'll give you a rough talk through my makeup, but I can't do a full one because it's really dark in here and I can't actually see in the mirror when I'm this far away. But I have been using like a good combo on my face recently that I really like. So I've been going in with the SPF and then this as like my moisturiser and my primer. I don't really know if it's technically supposed to be a moisturiser and primer, but that's been like a really good base. So that's gone on first. Then I've used the eye cream from Elemis. This is the advanced eye treatment, which is like a hydrating one that's really nice. Then I use this, which is something I've had in my cupboard for ages, but I didn't really remember that I had it. And it's basically this like Trinny London, I don't really know what it's called particularly, but it's like the right light in Candlelight. And this is basically like a really nice under eye treatment that you just pop on, and it just helps to like brighten the inner corner of your eye really nicely, and it just looks really glowy and nice. So that I've been using as well, just to kind of brighten my inner eyes, and I think it just makes my eyes look a bit brighter during the day too. And then for my base, I've been mixing these two together because this one's nearly run out and this one is too dark, so I've been mixing them together. This one's in the shade 4N1 Wheat, and it's the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturiser, and then this one is the Estée Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturising Makeup in 2W1 Dawn. But this one is very, very much nearly gone. Like there's like nothing in this. It's really, really on its last legs. So these have been mixed together to create like the base. And I haven't really used like a full foundation in quite a while. I am going to use one today just on my neck, because I think if I'm going out shooting or something, like I don't really want my pictures to have a patchy neck. But that's been the base. And then for my contour, I always use these two. It's a combination. This is so, I couldn't be asked to try and pull the thing off, so I've just been using it like held down. I don't even know why I haven't just pulled it off. So this is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. So this is really handy because it's got like a little like brush thingy, so it's really easy to put on. And then the Double Wear foundation and the Estée Lauder Double Wear Concealer, because it's so good. And I've just been doing this. I mean, I do this like every day because I just quite like how it adds the dimensions a little bit to my face, and I quite like the way it looks. So I've just been doing this for a while, to be honest. I feel like there's a million ways that people contour and stuff, and like some of the ways I see people do things on TikTok, I can't get on board with. I'm not like a big makeup-y person. Like I kind of know what I'm doing. I can do my everyday, but I'm not like someone who does like multiple makeup looks or anything. Like if you ever see me at any kind of event, function, whatever, I've done my makeup exactly the same way as I do it every day. I'm not like a change it up kind of gal. Like I think if I got married, I would do my makeup myself, and it would be the way I wear it every day, because it's just easier, to be honest with you. It's just so much easier. But I have realised I forgot to do my brows, and that's a bit of a rookie error because I should have done that first. So we'll have to go back and do that in a minute. But yeah, this is basically my little contour routine. I did see the Victoria Beckham one where she did the contour, and it looked so good on her nose. But I feel like you need a really fine like pencil to do that, because she did like she like brought it down the sides and then did like from the eyebrow bone down and then to like a point and stuff. And it looked really, really good. It just, I don't think it would work with this product unless you applied it slightly differently. So we'll see. But I did try it before and it looked quite cool. It looked a bit different. But it is mad, isn't it, how like a little bit of contour can literally change your entire like nose. Oh god, this is my last time doing my makeup at 30. Better make it look good. I can't believe I'm 30. Like I can't believe I'm 31 tomorrow. It has been a bit of a weird one. There is a podcast episode that went up on my birthday. As you're watching this, it will be like a couple of days ago, but for me it's tomorrow. But I put a whole podcast episode up that's basically like just talking through. It's actually coming as a YouTube video as well, so it'll be on my channel. I filmed like me doing it, but it's basically talking about things that I've learned this year and like where I thought my life would be and how like things never quite go to plan, but it's okay that things don't go to plan and like that kind of stuff. And it was a really interesting one for me to record because it just made me really think about the last few years of my life and like where things are going and how things are changing and all that kind of stuff. And it was just, I don't know, it was one of those ones where I just really like reflected. God, my eyes started watering. My one eye, I think I got product in. God, it's really stinky. I must have got foundation or something in it, but it's hurting. I'm not crying, I promise. But yeah, it's a weird one. Turning old is a weird one. I still have not heard from Miss Natasha, and it's now 9:30, so I'm thinking I'm staying at home today. I'm in the middle of filming a reel and I really wanted to show you this top. So this is from Urban Outfitters. Terrible angle, but we're gonna go with it. But it's like a really nice like V-neck detailing with the ruche. So you could make this really ruched or longer. I've left it a bit longer. But how stunning is the back? It's all like pulled, so you can tighten it or loosen it if you want to. But how nice is that? So good for like literally every occasion. Like I would so wear this to like a bottomless brunch or like an outing for whatever it is that I feel like this would be appropriate. But I would also wear it to like a meeting or something because it's so easy to wear. You could easily just chuck like a little blazer on. But I just popped it with some neutral trousers and my 327s from New Balance. And it looks so cute. I'm really loving it. Also loving my hair today. I didn't need to style it. I've just left it and it looks pretty good. Also worth noting, I didn't even do my hair yesterday, so this is curls from Sunday morning. Very impressed. Good morning guys, it's the next day and I am officially a year older, which is very weird, but yesterday was amazing. I tried to vlog a little bit, but I also wanted to really like focus on being in the moment and have a really nice time with James, and I got a little bit anxious actually towards the middle of the day, and I think it's just like birthdays are, I think, really fun and exciting, but I also find them quite anxiety inducing because it just makes you remember all the things that you've done that year and like focus on where your life's at, and like I don't know, I find them a little bit like anxiety and thought-provoking, but I did really enjoy it and I had a really lovely day. So we did the pottery painting, which was at a place called Mad Hatters in Tilehurst, which I think is Berkshire, I'm not entirely sure, and it was really good. I really liked it. It wasn't too expensive. I think it was like £15 per mug, which I guess is kind of expensive, but you're paying for the mug, you're paying for them to use the kiln, to fire it for you, to paint it, etc. So it was really good, and they do adult nights, so I thought it could be quite fun to go with friends and like do another one or something. But I did really enjoy it. It was nice. And then after that we headed to the beach and had pizza on the beach. We stayed there for about, I think, like 2.5-3 hours, but my goodness, it was so windy, so we were just sat there like enjoying ourselves, having a great time, eating this pizza. I had to tie my hair up because it was so windy, and we were just getting sand everywhere. Like it was literally going everywhere. It was on the pizza, so we were having like grains on our pizza, and in the end we just thought, you know what, this is just way too windy, we should probably go home. And we also wanted to beat rush hour. We didn't want to be driving back at like peak time. We kind of caught the start of rush hour, but for the most part it was fine. And then yeah, it was really lovely. We just had a nice chilled evening on the sofa. We just had some deep chats, which is really nice, about like just random things like nutrition and stuff. But I quite like having a deep chat and not just watching Love Island all the time. Now it's about 10 in the morning the next day, and Tash is on her way over. I think she's just pulled up actually. I think I can see her getting out of her car. But we're going to film a few bits at home, and then we're going to head into London to do some shoots. So very exciting. I actually love going into London to shoot, and I haven't done it in so long. So she's going to come upstairs. We're going to film a little mini series together, which I thought, I don't know, I thought up the idea when I kept doing like the matching outfits thing, and I thought it could be quite fun to do like a little mini series where we like style the same base but different ways. So the first base we're doing is blue jeans white tee combo, because I think it's just an absolute classic, and we're going to see how we both can style that differently. But I think it's going to be a good one. I really like wearing blue jeans white top, so I think it'll be a good one to do. But I haven't put my outfits together fully yet. I've got 2 ideas, but I want to see what she's packed first, because we're not doing the same, and I know there's a high likelihood it will be the same, so I want to make sure that it's a bit different. Look at this icon. She's stunning. She's beauty. She is grace.
She's the moment.
What is it? She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
She is the moment.
Look at that hair flick. She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. And no, that was not pre-rehearsed. I literally just put the camera on her and started singing, and she just carried on.
But we're this is what happens. We're at a place called Queen's something. I can't remember what the road's actually called, but it looks like this. It's quite a good spot to shoot in if you want like the crisp White House vibe. So this is where we are. This is what we're doing. We've only just got out of the car. We've been here. What time is it? I think we got here at 12:30. Oh my god, we've been sat in the car for half an hour just watching TikToks and stuff. Anyway, we're here, so we're going to crack on and try and get some stuff done because I need to be back by like 5:30 at the absolute latest. So we basically are on borrowed time, and I didn't even think about that fact. So we've probably got the best part of like 3 hours to get stuff done, and we have 6 outfits each. I actually have 7, but Tash can make a 7th, that'll be fine. But yeah, we're going to crack on. I will try and get you on some time lapses and we will show you what we're up to. I'm just going to put it out there. I am filming on my phone, so I didn't realise the entire last clip is like from here up. But it's fine, we carry on. There's nothing more annoying than trying to put this chair all the way forward. When you get too many drinks and you have to sip one to finish one. To finish one, sip one to have one in the car. Yeah. That was not nice after a paratake. Oh, it tastes really good after a strawberry smoothie, doesn't it? Stunning. Oh, it's very strong as well because it's the last bit. Bloody love it. So when you were a kid and you do that and your parents would be like, stop making that noise! I love making that noise. Nothing beats Joe and the Juices. Although the one we just went into was very slow service. We're still on the phone because I honestly just have no idea where my batteries are and my camera is. So we're just going to keep going with the phone for a minute. But I've just got a little birthday present in the post, so I thought I would open it on my vlog for you. If you're wondering why I haven't shared any other birthday presents, it's because quite honestly I've just been living in the moment and I haven't thought about it yet. I did get these from 2 of my friends. Rosie and Ebony bought me some little sunflowers separately, but actually hilarious because Rosie knew they were my favourites, Ebony didn't, and she said that she got them because I remind her of a sunflower, which I thought was the cutest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So that's really sweet, but they are actually my favourite flower if you didn't know already. And then I've got a few other random bits. James's present hasn't turned up yet, neither has my parents or my brothers or anyone's that has like posted them really. But the girls just got me like crystal things or like flower pots, and like Tash and Amelia are taking me somewhere tomorrow night, which I think I've already mentioned. I've got chocolate from my manager, etc. But this one just turned up from James's sister and brother-in-law and Buddy the dog, which is very cute. But I don't know what it is. I don't want to look at the order thing and like see what it is, so I thought I'd just like open it and see with you. It's from a place called Cutter and Squidge. All I can see is mini vegan. I don't know what Cutter and Squidge is. I wouldn't even know to like... Okay, I've just found out. Oh my goodness. So there's 2 different types here. So I've got chocolate hazelnut, which is chocolate cupcakes with hazelnut spread, topped with chocolate buttercream and dipped in dark chocolate. And then there's what I'm assuming is the birthday cake one. Okay, I just got a call, so it cut off, but there's these, which are the vegan ones. So I've got, I think this must be the chocolate birthday, which says it's chocolate cupcakes with caramel, chocolate buttercream dipped in dark chocolate and finished off with some confetti sprinkles. Must be those. And then these ones are the chocolate hazelnut. So let's give them a try. Ugh. P.S. Sorry we're on the phone. I know it's really annoying, but I just don't know where my camera is. So we're going to do phone. Oh my God, I'm so excited to try these. Let's try chocolate birthday because, you know, it's my birthday. Still, kind of. Oh my goodness. It'd be rude not to try a chocolate hazelnut at the same time. They are so good. They're from Cutter and Squidge. I would recommend. They are so good. Lou, I know you watch the vlogs, so thank you very much.